OCO, everybody. Just figured why I had a little strength in my arms. I'm doing my physical therapy for the day, walking the farm. It's about all I'm allowed to do. Figured I'd give you guys a quick update and let y'all see how I'm doing and let y'all hear my voice. Let you know I'm still alive. I'm still not really allowed to do a whole lot. I can't drive. I can't do a lot of work. I'm really not supposed to do a whole lot with my arms up above my shoulders. I'm just trying to get a little use out of them. Don't know how long this video will be because it's kind of hard for me to hold the camera up for too long, even though it's just my little cell phone, but things a lot heavier when you're weak. But I'm doing good. Lord saw fit to give me another run, leave me here a little longer, so not sure why, but I'm here. Spend time with the family and make the most of it. Just trying to enjoy my walk. I gotta try and walk the property every day for my exercise. I come out here, I haven't really spent a lot of time with my plants. Really ain't got to spend much time with my animals. I'm supposed to stay clean and not get too dirty with my chest wound. I still got a nasty cavity going on there. The infection's gone. I had staph, but just waiting on this to heal up. I got a hole probably about as deep as my thumb, but a smaller size, like a little bullet wound that I'm healing on. I got to let that get good. Let this sternum finish healing before I can get out here and get back to farm life. But just wanted to let y'all know I'm doing all right, and I appreciate the prayers and people looking out for me and checking in on me. Family's taking care of me best they can, and we're just making it day by day. And I figured I'd go ahead and just show y'all some of the growth we got going on out here in the food forest. That's my sweet pear. She put on a runner and shot it way up. I hear a lot of bees. I don't know where I'm hearing them from, but whew, there's one right there. I don't know if you guys can see him. He's out here putting in the work. I could hear several. So let me walk away just in case. One of my wild persimmon trees. Hopefully I got a female. I got several males living out there, so I need some females over here. I got some lamb's quarter going to seed. Beautiful bunch of lemongrass over here guarding my fig, probably stunting it a little bit. A local apple tree I grew from seed. She's tall as me. Apple was good. It's supposed to be 100-year-old. I'm pretty sure it was still grafted, but I'm curious to see the genetics. Oh, I got a little lizard hiding in here. Oh, there he goes. Let me see. A little fig tree. Not really liking under there. Something keeps eating on it, but I may have to trim that lemongrass. Let it get some light. My old world grapevine is doing amazing over there this year. Bananas still stunted. I don't know if they'll ever do anything in that location. Another persimmon tree. Persimmon tree. Some lavender as pest repellent. One of my little seedling pawpaws. Hopefully it'll eventually give me some flowers so that I can cross-pollinate with the one over there. Another persimmon with a lavender. This is my pineapple pear. She flowers every year but don't give me anything. I'm hoping that these two will actually work together. But I may have to get something else. A little bit of basil down there. My beautiful loquat. Another persimmon with some lavender. No flowers from her yet. But she grows pretty every year. Looks good. Really nice tree. A poor peach tree that really don't belong down here in the south. Even though they call her a Florida King or Florida Queen, whatever it was. She didn't do real good. And the drought really messed her up. I cut her off and she come back above the grass, so it's still the Florida King. You got some form of oregano. I can't remember the variety. Small leaf. I keep around her. It doesn't really work for pest control. My Israeli apple tree. I can't pronounce the variety. She's definitely not liking the humidity here. Got a little bit of fungus pressure. She gave us 4 apples this year, but the deers wanted them. Pomegranate tree, the only one I got left. All that frosting and drought right after it really jacked them up. But coming back, so we'll see. My little pawpaw that flowers like crazy every year, but don't have a companion out here, so no fruit. I will have to get one. My mayhaw, she does great the first part of the year, and then all that heat messes her up. Even though she's supposed to like the shade and stuff, I just don't think she gets enough moisture out here. Little rosemary. And you can see next to that pear tree, I've got all my asparagus, about 50 plants there. Another native persimmon there. Plum that hates my weather here. Teresa's little mandarin tree that suffered a lot of pest pressure the last 2 years, and this year she's doing all right. Put on some new growth. Hopefully it'll do something. Had some oak limbs fall. You know, I ain't able to clean or really work on stuff like I want out here, so it'll be a bit of a mess until I can get it done. This fall and winter, hopefully I'll be back out here. Chickasaw plum that doesn't like our temperatures. We're just too rough for it. And everybody talks about growing the, oh, I can't even think of the name of it right now. Huh, that's bad. But it's like the miracle tree that everybody grows around here. And all I can do is grow these little nubs. I can't never get the full tree to grow. Moringa, that's what it is. I can never get it to grow here. No matter what I try, pots, sunny, heavy water, no water, shade, my moringas always die at about a foot tall. I'll figure it out one day. There's a wild persimmon right there, planted on its own. I didn't plant that one. And this little area right here looks like a jungle. But when you walk through, I've got a bunch of citrus hid out here. This is one of my blood oranges from seed. They're supposed to produce true to seed, so we'll see. This little oak canopy helps protect them from the frost and from different blights. I've got nasty caterpillars on this blood orange. Some of them bird poo ones. Looks just like bird droppings. Several of them. But it'll be all right. This tree's very healthy. She'll put on more leaves. Let those butterflies live. And like I said, looks like weeds coming through here. I do see some tallow trees that I'll have to kill here soon. Lots of muscadine in here. There's a tangerine hiding in all this. Got a lot of cleaning to do around it. Either grapefruit or another blood orange. I'm not sure right here. Looks like them caterpillars are on her somewhere too. At least they stayed off the mandarin this year. I've got a, I can't remember if it's a grapefruit or a lime right there. She died back to the stump last year and came back. She wasn't a graft though, she was an air layer from somebody. And I had another one in here, but it died. And then this is actually behind my blueberry brambles. I'm trying to keep a little bit of an oak canopy going. I gotta clean out the weed trees and bushes out of all that. Spider webs everywhere. And I've got a little Mayor lemon over here that dies every year and then comes back. She don't like the cold too much, so I don't think she'll survive. I may build her a little greenhouse, I don't know. I don't like having to babysit plants for the winter. And then I've got, I think it's right here, a tangerine that does fine with no babysitting. I know I just said I don't like to babysit, but I've been experimenting. Over here, babysitting this starfruit tree, the carambola. And she is 2 years old, going on 3. She's had 2 winters, and I build a bunch of mulch around her. And the tops usually die off because the mulch falls off. But my goal, from everything I've read and seen in other YouTube videos with my climate, is to get that stump 3 inches to 4 inches in diameter. I've got her a nice nurse tree here, feeding her. Some elderberries sneaking up around her too, though. But get that 4-inch stump, then I don't have to mulch her anymore. I may lose the leaves every year, but the main tree would survive the cold because we don't get that cold. And she'd shoot up new branches and eventually, hopefully, get some fruit. A bird planted elderberry. I didn't harvest off this year. She didn't give us much. I let the birds have all of it. I've got my really good elderberries over there. We got probably a gallon or 2 of berries off of that. And while I was just home from my surgery, my 2 sisters processed it, and we got 3.5 quarts of syrup. So that's good. I'm gonna walk over here and let you guys see this grapevine that's finally doing good. 2 years of giving me like 1 foot to 2 foot worth of growth. And then this year, she's done all of this. And I don't know the variety, so if anybody sees this and has an idea, it'd be amazing. It was growing in a park in Virginia. And I took a little one from the ditch. Leaves are different than ours. I've had some people suggest that it's a hybrid of an old world variety, colonial like variety from Italy, mixed with an American variety. The leaves start out like that there, and then some of them will turn to this, some of them turn to this, almost like fig leaves. She's definitely a grapevine. Looks good. She's actually grown super healthy this year. Grown from down there, about 20 feet here. It's jumping over. Hopefully I can get a little more filled in on that side. And then next year we can run her that way. I'm thinking I may see what kind of fruit she has next year. And there's a good example of some of the young leaves. She's very pretty. Like I said, it alternates. But I figure if she's not a good eating variety, I can always use her as grafting stock. Go ahead and graft other varieties too. Use her to learn how to graft. That way I've still got a healthy plant that I can graft to. My experiment that I was doing out there, copying David the Good, failed miserably, similar to how his did, honestly. I've got a couple pigeon pea trees that survived, but that's about it. They'll probably be my seed stock for next year, but none of my Cherokee pumpkins or any of my watermelons that were from our seed or cantaloupe grew anything. They all died, which is crazy. I've got what is it called? Monstera delicioso thriving over there. I got a couple other little trees in here. An animal come in and ate my jaboticaba tree down almost to the stump. She's almost gone. She put out some new growth, fighting to live. But kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. She's gonna struggle this year. But she's short enough now I can mulch her heavy, kind of cover her up. But we'll see. She doesn't really like the cold out here. This banana circle's been taken over with weeds and sumac. And then this potato garden here never did anything. I had just a few sprouts, and I think the rabbits trimmed them down and killed the potatoes. But my tomatoes that had the contamination from the graze on, they all of course died. Onions died off. Everything just failed on this berm right here. But we'll figure something out with it. We'll find a way to make use of it. But my arms are starting to fail me now, holding up this phone. I think I've done my physical therapy for the day. So I'm gonna head back to the house, and I'll talk to y'all later. Wood over for watching.